I want to first talk about change and adapting to things in your life when you know certain things aren't going right. Now, this is leading into something that I wanted to talk about on the last podcast, but we're just introducing ourselves. So I kind of didn't want to talk about it on that one. So, change, is one of the most difficult things that we face, but change is obviously inevitable. When people get comfortable, they try to stay in the same lane. They try to consistently do those things because they don't like change. It disrupts familiarity, it disrupts everything. We like our friends, we like our job, we like consistency in life. And when you have to have change, it's difficult to accept that. But I've had that path in my life where, as you guys know, with the website, I didn't like what I was doing and I had to adapt, but I was still in the same field of things with talking about music and hip hop, but it was just a different platform. And it's scary, trust me. Changing on things and doing something completely different where you have no idea if it's going to succeed or fail is a scary thing, but it definitely moves the needle forward for you in your life. And that's important. You don't want to be stagnant and staying in the same field of your life, every single day, especially if you don't like what you do. You have to take that plunge, and, it could end up succeeding, it could end up failing, but at least you tried. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because Machine Gun Kelly has done that thing. He's changed. And a lot of people are going to credit this to Eminem because of the battle they had and then say that, he did this because he lost the battle with Eminem and he just didn't want to be in hip hop anymore. But if you guys don't know, Machine Gun Kelly went into rock music and succeeded insanely in it. He's gotten his first number one album. The album is called Tickets to My Downfall, which is actually a pretty dope album title. That's a really unique album title. And it's his first number one on the Billboard 200. If you guys don't know, the Billboard 200 charts is every genre going against each other. And, to get number one there is usually very hard. Not a lot of artists do it. And if you're doing it consistently, you're on top for a while. So Machine Gun Kelly never had that happen. He's had 5 albums released so far. I believe 5. Let me check, get my facts straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this recent one is his 5th album, and he's never had a number one on the Billboard 200. He's only had number ones on the rap and hip hop charts. So that's good that you get a number one on the rap hip hop charts, but it's easier to do that because you're just competing with hip hop artists. You're not competing with every single genre when it comes to pop music, when it comes to jazz, when it comes to country, when it comes to whatever, any other genre of music. You're not competing against that in the hip hop section. You're just competing against hip hop artists, which is a not bad thing to get number one there. But to get a number one on the Billboard 200 is a whole different thing. People look at you as like officially a number one artist when that happens. So Machine Gun Kelly finally got that with his rock album. He's transitioned into rock. And I've always, with a lot of white rappers, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like musically. It's very hard for me to get into white rappers because their delivery and sometimes their topics I just can't really relate to. And it's kind of, I'm just used to the normal hip hop, which is obviously predominantly dominated by black artists. And they have, a better style, and it's their art. So it makes sense. So Eminem is one that I can really like, that's a white rapper. And I like Post Malone. And now some people kind of consider him, more pop route, but he's technically a rapper too. So I like Post Malone as well. But Machine Gun Kelly, I never really got into his music. I liked Wild Boy with Waka Flocka Flame. I liked the DMX track he has on his debut album, Lace Up too. And he has tracks here and there that I liked. I even liked the Hotel Diablo album, which came out after the whole Eminem battle. It was a pretty good album. So, but I just never really got into Machine Gun Kelly like that because of the fast rap and flow. When you rap really fast on every single track, it just turns me off. It's something I don't like to listen to consistently. If you do it like on 2 or 3 tracks on your album, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. But when it's like every single track, it gets very annoying very quickly. And the sound is just, to me, very an outdated sound. Is just, I don't know, I don't like it. So Machine Gun Kelly had that whole battle with Eminem. Everybody counted him out. Everybody said his career was over, and everybody was like, Eminem destroyed him. And he released like an EP called Vinge, and it didn't really sell that well. People were like, oh, he's flopping. It's over for him. And Machine Gun Kelly could have listened to all that and been like, you know what? You guys are right. Eminem got me, and it's over for me. But instead, he was like, listen, they're not, really appreciating my talent in hip hop. So let me let me try something new. And he was just doing an interview with Kelly Rowland on her show, and he said he almost gave up on music because, you know, he just felt like people didn't appreciate him. He wasn't getting the accolades, the awards, VMAs and BET awards and Grammys, all that stuff. He wasn't getting any of that. So to him, he was like, I'm probably just gonna give up and not do this. But he decided to reinvent himself. This is what I was talking about: changing, adapting, doing something different, and trying a different lane. He could have quit and been like, you know what, it's done. But instead, he's adapting. He changed, and now he has a #1 album. He's also, for the first time, sold over 100,000 copies first week. His album debuted at #1 and sold 126,000 copies, which is amazing. That's great numbers. Usually when you do over 100,000, it's looked at as a successful thing in today's time. So
it's a very good start. Very good start.
Yeah, very good start. And I know last time people were saying put your mic closer, so you got to talk a little.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, people were complaining about that. So
like it's too close sometimes.
No, I have the headphones now, so I can hear a little bit better, so I can
excellent.
tell. Yeah,
Not
it
bad.
sounds good there.
Not bad.
But yeah, he's never done over 100,000. All of his albums have done anywhere from 30 to 40 to 50,000 copies, which is decent. It's not looked at as a huge success, and it's not really looked at as a flop. It's kind of looked at as, you know what, it's okay. But for him to do 126,000, go to rock, and he actually got, I think he won a VMA award. I don't know if he just got nominated or won it. I believe he won. Let me check quickly, because I'm always going to forget. Check to see if he won a VMA award. I think he did. So for him to win that too, and to have that happen in his career, this late in his career for that to happen, he's been rapping since 2011, 2010, where he actually blew up and his first album dropped in 2012. But for him to be doing it for 8, 9, 10 years and finally get recognized in a whole different genre, he was very happy about that, And, it just goes to show you to not, stay in one area, to try to experiment and do different things. The same thing applied to me. I could have just stayed on the hip-hop blogging side and not do anything different. But, I've had more success in YouTube than I've ever had with websites. So that just goes to show that do not stay, stagnant. Try new things out, and it will work for you. When Eminem was going at him, man, it was horrible. He was getting the worst flack of everything. And, people can clown him right now. Eminem fans or whoever can clown him and say, oh, Eminem forced him out of side of hip-hop, and, now he's doing rock, and now he's wearing tight clothes and doing all these weird things. Whatever, he's still succeeding. #1 is #1, no matter what genre it is. So shout out to Machine Gun Kelly, man. Great success with that, and I hope he continues it. The album isn't actually too bad either.
No, it's pretty good.
Tickets to My Downfall.
He's getting a lot of good reviews.
Yeah, he actually has a hit record on there too right now. It's called I think My Ex's Best Friend.
Yeah, I think the one with Megan Fox.
I think it's Megan Fox. Yeah, My Ex's Best Friend. Let me see what the charts on it. It's number 28 right now on the charts, and it's still climbing. So, that's good. Machine Gun Kelly really hasn't had, a huge, besides one record off his previous album, but
still selling.
Yeah, to do that,
6,000 copies.
Yeah, in the second week he's done 56,000 copies. So
so like
you usually and that's what he does in his first week on his previous albums.
Correct.
So for him to do that in his second week just shows how much more successful he's about to push 200,000 copies, which is huge for him to be doing that. To reinvent yourself, try something new, is great. So yeah, big shout out to Machine Gun Kelly. I just wanted to talk about that because reinventing yourself is very important, and this is proof of that.